into GridVision for some Ryco Performance Monday night top split action from the Martinsville Speedway here tonight. I'm Austin Edstrom, standing alongside Sheldon Adkins and Austin Derbyshire. He is behind the production booth as always. And like I said, we're at the Martinsville Speedway tonight. About to get the aerial view here of Martinsville, Virginia, as we zoom in on Google Earth of this little half-mile speedway. Sheldon, what do you like? What do you dislike about the Martinsville Speedway here on iRacing?
What do I like about Martinsville? Everything. What do I dislike about it? The fact that I'm terrible here. This is one of the most grueling tracks on the circuit, and such a smart idea by NASCAR to make this the penultimate race leading into the finale for the Cup Series schedule. I'm excited for what we're going to see here, but I guarantee you we're not going to leave this place short of foul tempers and chaos and attrition. But moving on to the keys of the race tonight. Sorry about that, Austin.
Oh, you're good.
Start off number one. You're going to find your rhythm. You get out of rhythm here at Martinsville, start screwing your lineup a little bit. You're going to the back real quick. It's one of those, it's a really technical place. You got to be on it every second of every lap. Number two, this place rewards aggression. Use that chrome horn. Somebody's in front of you, holding you up. You're going to have to try and find a way to move them out of the way, because you can't stay behind somebody for too long, because you can go a lap down before you can even blink an eye around here. Number three, leave those feelings at the door. You don't want to get out here, get frustrated, get in your emotions, and ruin your race, as well as, 15, 20 other guys.
Now, you say that, but I imagine somebody's going to do something really, really stupid within the first 15 laps. So is anybody actually going to take those words to heart? I'm thinking no.
I think no, too, but I hope.
With it being Martinsville, knowing what I know about Martinsville at iRacing, I don't have the highest hopes that we're gonna be seeing too many brain cells out on the racetrack tonight. But the broadcast picks up on the board. I'm going with Garcia. Sheldon, looks like you're going with Tommy Gossett here, and our producer going with Sean Conklin. So spreading out the picks pretty evenly tonight. A couple of different picks. I think Martinsville presents an opportunity for some weirdness, but we're gonna move straight to the starting grid from the Martinsville Speedway. Sean Conklin up on the pole, about half of a tenth of a second between him and his teammate Garrett Maines in second place. In third place, James Middleton with Anthony Federico on his outside in fourth. Richard Garcia lining up on the inside of row number 3 with Tommy Gossett lining up in 6. James Houghton going to be starting in 7th with Matt Baker on the outside in 8th. Daniel Wiles in 9th place with Thomas Delcourt rounding out the top 10.
Place we got Dave Long with Joseph Tucker coming on his outside in 12th. 13th is going to go to Steve Buchanan, followed by Felix Ferrer in 14th. 15th is going to go to Jeffrey Taylor with Matt Hollabaugh, one of our in-race reporters, in 16th. 17th is going to go to Sean Rogers with Ryan Minder in 18th. And rounding out the top 20 will be Johnny Baldridge and Jordan Schmitz.
21st is Justin Clayton with Justin Nanke on his outside in 22nd. 23rd is Matthew Burton with Nicholas Roman on the outside. He didn't lay down a qualifying lap in 24th. Brandon Evans lining up in the 25th place spot with Aaron Matthews on his outside. And then finally, Stephen Armstrong is going to be starting in 27th and rounding out the 27 car field from the Martinsville Speedway here tonight on GridVision for the Ryco Performance Monday night top split. Got the A Open going on right now. We got the B Open coming at you live a little bit later tonight. So a whole lot of short track racing action coming at you live tonight on GridVision. And I think it's going to be hairy, to say the least. And it looks like we've got a new Ryco paint scheme. Now, Ken, if I can just give a suggestion. I know that this has got to be a Halloween scheme, but man, I would love it if just each of your guys could just run one of these different schemes that you've put out over the last 3 months. It would be great for the broadcast.
He's also decided to make it even more difficult for us, and it was a struggle Friday night when we were covering NIS from Homestead. Not only is everybody, in the same paint scheme, but now we've blacked out the roof numbers, so it's just even harder for us to see what we're calling. I swear, the next go around, he's just going to throw hieroglyphs up there.
Let's change it to Roman numerals. Maybe that
would be fun, especially when you get to like Tommy.
And, I would maybe at least be able to figure it out like quicker, right? Like I feel like I could at least memorize. Okay, like this guy is his 2 little dashes. I don't know.
Tally marks, man. We should go with tally marks. I don't know, but I imagine it's crazy. But looks like the pace car is coming in.
Well, either way, we'll throw that in the suggestion box. But Sean Conklin coming up to the restart zone for the first time tonight. The green flag getting ready to fly. And we're racing in the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split for Martinsville. And wow, Garrett Maines with a huge jump on the outside. Catching Conklin sleeping on the start, but Conklin fighting back on the inside out of 2.
Maines, wow, good start. Maines with a really good launch on that restart. No, door contact coming into turn number 3, though. Sean Conklin right up into the left side door of Garrett Maines. And this is a very important moment for, there it is, right there. Got a wreck in the back of the pack. Johnny Baldridge is in it. The 22 machine's in it. Not Schmeets.
Maines was in the lead. Maines was in the lead. So that good start getting him a good chunk of positions there in the early going, to say the least. Somebody else was spinning off of turn number 4 a little bit further up the pack. They were able to save it, and the caution did not come out for him. But then a little bit further back, we had a lot going on. Two separate wrecks.
What happened there?
Aldridge got sent a little bit earlier down the straightaway. Schmeets,
Hang on,
Taylor.
See Johnny, a little bit of contact here with Roman, then tries to come down and...
Jeffrey Taylor got into Schmeets up here.
Was Johnny trying to throw a block there? On board with Schmeets here. It's classic Martinsville incident. Nobody wants to concede here. It's always take, no give. And unfortunately, we're coming in from the top there, trying to get back down to the bottom. If there's a car to your inside, you're going around. It's simple physics.
That was a little aggressive from Baldridge to come down across the nose of the 24 into the braking zone. I don't think that was a good call coming down to 3 on lap number 1.
What's really fun is we got 150 laps to figure it out. And based on the average iRacer, I don't think we're going to figure it out in the next 150 laps.
No. I think we need to set an over/under on cautions and bet on it.
What was that Roman numeral for 80 earlier?
Let's see.
Just be grateful that we don't have the unlimited green-white checkered, because we'd never get to go home. Producer saying 15 is the over-under for cautions. And
XV.
Honestly, we're already on track to where that's a possibility. What I was going to say, though, before the caution came out, was how important a moment that was for Garrett Maines to get up there to the lead to try and gain control of this thing, but how dire a situation it was for Conklin to try and push him out to be able to hold on to that front position, because you know how quick a caution typically comes out after a restart here at Martinsville, and from then on, it's just an uphill battle trying to get that lead back.
And I feel like I'm saying this just about week in, week out, but that initial start, right, the leader is kind of at a disadvantage sometimes. Garrett Maines able to go on the green flag instead of having to wait on the race leader this time and every time for the rest of the race. Maines, or whoever's in the race lead, going to be able to control the restart. This time it's Maines coming out of 4. The pace car's off. Maines to the restart zone. Conklin tried going early, but Maines made him wait and easily clears down into turn number 1. Conklin having to settle for 2nd, still side by side for 3rd. That gets settled pretty quickly as Federico goes well wide. Exiting turn 2. Now he's side by side for 4th. A little bit of tire smoke further back. Garcia trying to get up into the 4th place spot, side by side with Federico. Had a poor restart.
We got one
down
around.
into turn number 1. Matt Baker going around into the outside wall, collects one other. The yellow flag was coming out from somewhere else already. He was spinning as the yellow flag flew, so I believe something happened out of turn number 4 as well.
This is just kind of what you get when we come here.
Yeah, Justin Clayton coming out of turn 4.
That was just a snap.
Oh, he just clipped. Just clipped the the curbing on the inside coming out of it. and his car just started hopping, bouncing uncontrollably. But then coming down to turn number 1, Baker with the move down to the inside. Oh wow, holy cow!
That was really bad netcode. Either that, or
I
he
don't
had
think
a
that
lot
was
of rear
netcode.
brake.
I think he just got I think he just got loose. He
Had
got
a little
loose coming
too
down the
much-
front straightaway, man.
Right on board here, see what we can see. The only thing I can think of is he's got a lot of rear brake pumped in that thing, and he came down, made that move, and no, that's hard. That's a difficult situation though. I can't even remotely tell you what happened to that machine.
Thomas Delcourt getting caught up in it, even though I don't feel like he didn't do anything wrong there. It's just Matt Baker making an aggressive move, getting loose down the front straightaway. Sometimes these next gens, man, you get them in a weird weight transfer position in a way. Kind of a weird way to say that, but you get the weight transferring in an awkward direction in the car and going down the straightaway. It can be hard to save, and I think Baker just got that weight kind of in a wrong spot on the back end coming down the front straightaway, and was making the move to the inside. Car couldn't take that aggressive of a move, and well, the end result was pretty massive going down into turn number 1, I gotta say. But 2 cautions in the first 10 laps. Not what you want to see in the early going to one of these things, but kind of what you expect at the Martinsville Speedway.
Like I said, this is a track of attrition, and we're already seeing it kick in. Not even 11 laps into this thing. 2 wrecks, handful of torn up cars. Still a whole race to go, just about, and we haven't even hardly started.
Still a long way to go in this one, obviously. And we got one other race coming at you live tonight. Got the Xfinity race, the Be Open, right after we finish up with the next gen cars here from the Martinsville Speedway. A little bit of double dose of racing tonight on GridVision to make up for the fact that we do not have a Spartans Master Series race tomorrow night. Unfortunately, it is an off week for those guys, so no racing on Tuesday night this week. So a little bit of a change in the schedule from normal. We're starting to get lined up here at Martinsville. 1 lap to green.
And one guy you want to keep your eye on at this stage of the race, back there in 17th position, Nicholas Roman, already up 10, about 4 or 5 spots from where he started this thing off at.
Coming out of turn number 4, Mains back to the green flag, back to the gas pedal. We're racing once again from Martinsville. Top 2 immediately single file, side by side for 3rd place. Garcia on the outside. Can he hang on? Jason Middleton putting it down to the inside, running them narrow up to the fence. Down the back straightaway, Garcia still ripping it down, trying to throw it in as deep as possible, but does not have the grip on the outside of the racetrack. Middleton able to move that number 20 car up to the 3rd place spot. Number 69 on the screen, obviously, and Simmons number 20, but Middleton doing a hell of a job in the early going, getting himself back up onto the podium. Federico a little bit further back, trying to get himself back into the top 5, and he takes it.
Kind of single filed out here at the front of the pack. 6 machine right there. Ferreira trying to make a look to the outside of Tommy Gossett. Not able to get that power down there to be able to get to the quarter pound to get him side by side into the corner. It's kind of weird seeing somebody try to fade up to the top of the track to get by somebody at Martinsville, but hey, you try anything once, right? Oh, we got a car around in the back of the pack.
Oh, the
Heavy
41.
contact with the outside wall.
James Houghton also spinning out of turn number 2. It happened after the caution flag came out. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time we've had somebody spinning and another car goes sideways. As the yellow flag's already coming out, it's been a little bit of a weird night so far at Martinsville. The 39 sent sideways to the outside there, coming down to the corner. Bit of a weird one. Then Houghton coming off of 2 as the yellow flag is starting to fly. Comes off a little high, a little wide. and just gets that thing sideways. I don't know how many positions he actually lost, how many the game gave him back. But that could have been a lot worse regardless. He was right in front of Tommy. Tommy currently running in 6th, looks like. Houghton back in 18th right now.
This place right here, this is one of those places that shows off one of the biggest issues that the next gen car has compared to what we're used to. When these things start to slide, it is so much more difficult to feel it compared to the old car. And then on top of that, it is, once you put a little bit of wheel back into it to try and straighten it out, it just wants to go around more, it feels like. You're there, it's going to hook and just throw you straight into the fence. Such a finicky car.
Yeah, once that thing is already sliding, it almost feels like there's nothing you can do. Especially at a flat racetrack like this, the back end just starts stepping around. Like I said, with the weird accident that happened on the front straightaway earlier, I believe it was Brandon Evans, right? Or no, I think Matt Baker. They made the move down the front straightaway and wrecked it down into 1. The whole thing with that accident, it's all about weight transfer coming off of the corner and then making the move. A lot of these, especially the fixed setups, but even in the open setup, the car just, it's not nimble. It doesn't like to change direction whatsoever, especially whenever you're set up for a flat oval like this. So I'm not too surprised to see that thing not
wants
to try to, cut to the left and then cut back right.
It wants to change direction, but it doesn't want to stop changing direction.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. And these things are just brutal, especially on a track like this where you don't have any banking to keep you held into the track, and it's pretty much just high low directly to the right front tire all the way around here. And I feel like a big part of it too is just the independent rear suspension. Makes everything way more snappy.
A little disconnected from the rest of the car. Starting lap 21 here. Garrett Major race leader Sean Conklin in 2nd. Still 26 cars on the lead lap. Even with Matt Baker having that big issue, he's still on the lead lap. On pit road right now. Might be getting passed by the pace car. Looks like he is. He tried to beat it out, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He got out before it. I don't know if he beat the penalty. Sometimes it closes right before you get there, but looks like he might have just got there in time. So Baker's staying on the lead lap as we come to 1 to green. He's got a lot more damage to repair, but he's at least keeping himself in it because he knows throughout this race there's going to be a lot more people that wreck out. I can tell you that for sure. Garrett Main's up in the lead. His teammate Sean Conklin on the outside in that Halloween Ryco scheme. We're back racing at Martinsville. How long will it last?
Good launch for Garrett Maines. Conklin already under pressure, though, with 3rd place Middleton almost getting down to the quarter panel and beating him into turn 1. Maines, good job fighting it back, though. Conklin, good job fighting it back. Going to cycle back out into the 2nd place. And I see Tommy Gossett under fire from the 7 machine here, a little bit further back in the pack. That is Federico.
Anthony takes that spot pretty quickly. Tommy able to fall back in line right in front of Matt Hollabaugh, who runs in the 7th place spot. He's kept his nose clean so far. Only 25 laps in, though, so still a little ways to go. Plenty of time for something to happen. And especially not even, or it may not even be your fault. Whoa, and here coming up at turn number 2, we see the 9 going around. Here's another one.
No caution yet.
Jeffrey Taylor.
Still green. Rough break for Taylor.
Ooh, spins it off into the inside wall, nose first. Somehow the yellow flag does not fly. I'm not complaining about it, but I imagine it'll still fly within the next, I don't know, 5 seconds, maybe 10.
Here we are looking at a battle between Sean Rogers and Thomas Delcourt, a little bit further in the pack. Rogers taking the position from that 8 machine. It's a little bit like a hornet's nest back here, though, way in the back.
They're doing a little bit better than I expected. We're getting there a little bit, maybe figuring it out. Just get some laps under you.
Oh, there we go. That's not going to work.
Never mind. Yep, it's over. That's it. Wreck down the front straightaway, the 33 going around.
Kind of feels like we should just roll carnival music.
mean, that would work. We could definitely do a crash compilation after with one. That was the 33 of Matthew Burton going around down the front straightaway. He had contact from behind, sent him around.
Yeah.
Trying to make a 3-wide move happen, but I mean, to be honest, the 99 never tried to actually go into the third lane down there.
That looks pretty familiar. It's a couple guys that had mountains on their cars here back nearly 10 years ago, going into turn number 1. All three of them wrecked doing the same thing.
Sorry, I think it was the 99 or 39, but yeah, Joseph Zucker. That was not the best attempt at a 3-wide move I've ever seen.
No, this place you gotta treat it kind of like you do a super speedway, right? Like you've got to make your move and be confident and don't hesitate.
Man.
Yeah.
Whenever we've had so many cautions in the early going, you're gonna try to make it 3-wide down the front straightaway, and like I'm fine with trying to make it 3-wide. I don't mind aggression, but like if you do it, you should be 3 lanes off the wall. Lift about 1.25 lanes. I mean, it wouldn't even close.
It's unfortunately not the way to do it.
Remains still in the lead. Wait to see if the pace car takes 1 or 2 to green. Coming this time, not quite sure how many laps we've ran under this particular caution. Gonna see if they start lining up for it here.
Hey, one thing, I got to give a little shout out to that 20 machine of Middleton back there in third. Been kind of a revolving door of drivers behind him since the start of this thing. Been doing a great job holding that thing in P3 though.
Well, we're going to go ahead and pull up somebody that's running a little bit further back, but not too far back. Matt Hollabaugh running in the 7th place position. Matt, do you have a copy, buddy?
I got you, bro.
I imagine you're at 2 to green right now, so we're going to keep this relatively short, not take too much of your time. But how's the car feeling so far tonight, man? And, well, I mean, what are you thinking through all these cautions so far?
Having fun chatting with people over voice chat. Just rooting for Johnny Baldridge to get back on the lead lap. He's currently 4 laps down from getting back up here, but yeah, just kind of having fun, just kind of chilling out. Gonna wait until probably maybe 30, 40 laps to go before I actually start making serious moves. But yeah, just having fun out here.
Well, Matt, I'm sure we'll keep in touch with you all night because we're gonna need somebody to talk to over the cautions over the A Open. So we'll be sure to keep in touch. But good luck on the restart here.
Thank you. Good luck on the broadcast.
Thank you, Matt. That was Matt Hollabaugh in P7, currently out on the racetrack working lap number 33. Garrett Main's up in the race lead. Coming to the restart once again. I've already lost count what restart we're on. That's never a good sign, and it's a big stack up.
Oh, huge stack up.
Golly, Richard Garcia almost gets checked sideways down the front straightaway. It was a huge hit on the outside. I believe it was Tommy Gossett stuck up there with him. But Conklin able to get a big enough of a push to clear for second. Still a big stack up further back, racing hard from about 4th on back.
That should have been a wreck there at the start-finish line. Great job by these guys to keep it straight. Right now, looking at Richard Garcia, sitting there in the 4th place position. Tommy Gossett down to the inside of Hollabaugh, but we got a wreck in the back of the pack. I don't know if it's going to bring a yellow, though. Caution is out.
Oh, we got the Halloween car sideways. It's backwards. That's a scary sight right there for the 95.
And that's why you don't want to skip qualifying here at Martinsville. Watch right here. I think I saw Nanki around at the start of this thing. No? Oh, Roman just gets hooked. Rear.
I don't think he ever gets hit again. I think he'll be okay.
He came so close to getting hit head on there.
Hollabaugh said he was cheering for Johnny Baldridge here to get back on the lead lap. He was 4 down. That'll make him 3. Only car laps down right now. So these continuous cautions are helping him out pretty good.
Well, somebody else gets trapped a lap down, then you're going to be stuck for a little while. You see the 18 machine get turned around and nowhere for Roman to go.
These are the weeks where I really enjoy that I'm in the broadcast booth rather than the race car. But I'm also like, man, I would like to not be in the broadcast booth either. I would like to be in my bed. Martinsville. Oh boy, cautions, cautions.
We don't have the full length for Martinsville this week, do we?
No.
Thank
If
God.
they ever pulled a full-length Martinsville out of their ass, I'd be so pissed.
I thought they did. Okay, I didn't know that they
Does
rotate.
Bristol and Martinsville rotate? There's no reason we should ever have a 500-lap Martinsville race on this sim. The way that people drive on here, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Track doesn't work.
Well, the good news about a 500-lap race at Martinsville, though, by around lap 235, there'd only be one car left in the field.
Well, that's a good point, to be fair. Definitely a war of attrition.
That's just from incident counts.
Wish I had more people to pull up to interview tonight. Unfortunately, it's just going to be Matt Hollabaugh that we can pull. I don't want to pull him up too often. Even though we will have plenty of cautions, plenty of opportunities.
What we
Roger
should
in
do
the
is
chat
just,
saying he just got home from work and looks and he missed the beginning of the race. Well, I think not racing is probably a better decision.
Yeah, you can thank your boss for keeping you late.
Mm-hmm. Make a little bit of overtime money, and you didn't have to race at didn't have to race at Martinsville. I think that's a pretty good night. Come back again to another restart. Still don't know what number we're at. Working lap number 40. Airman's back to the green flag. He's clear again. The front two. I don't know if they're ever going to get side by side. Conklin trying to give the bumper to Mains off the two. They're not going to be hard enough. I don't know if we're ever going to get a green flag run long enough for it to matter, but it's a big dive bomb. A little bit further back, Gossett going for the spot. Really causing a stack up on the outside, but Tommy moving himself up to 6.
Everything looking good for Tommy now, working his way through the field here pretty quickly. Still a Hornet's Nest further back in the pack, though. Right now, Aaron Matthews down to the inside of Justin Nanke, and right in front of him, it's Aaron Matthews. It is James Houghton trying to make the moves on Felix Ferrer. Houghton going to get the position here. That's the bout for the 9th place spot. Nanke still trying to hold on that outside line, though, getting really close to the right rear quarter panel of Matthews. Drag race down the front straightaway, but it's going to go to Matthews here through 1 and 2.
Yeah, Matthews looking a little bit better down on the bottom, able to grab a gear, but Nanke's going to hold him tight off the corner. Oh, he lost a little bit of speed down the front straightaway. Ends up losing 2 spots now. Sean Rogers going by Nanke.
Oh,
Matthews gets loose out of 4. Rogers is going to take that spot. Nanke looking for it back as well as we go down to 1. The 42 getting a little wide. Get down to the corner. Now Matthews gives up both of those spots himself.
Good save by Matthews, and right there you got to see exactly how darty these cars are this week. You see Matthew Burton getting down to the inside of Matthews now. That 5 machine is just going backwards. Mess up one corner, overheat the tires just a little bit, and it's a couple laps where you can really get the bite back for it. It's a 39 machine, and Joseph Tucker about wrecked in front of Roman.
Still racing hard side by side for about the 16th, 17th place spot now. Daniel Wiles to the outside, the 22, a little bit of tire smoke. Jordan Schmeets looking to the inside, trying to pick up a spot. He was involved in, I believe, the first caution of the night. He's able to pick it up. Still hard racing at the very tail of the field. A couple side-by-side battles, but a little bit further up towards the front, mostly single filed out So are we finally going to get that coveted green flag run?
Every time you say those words, we get a caution. Don't say those words anymore.
They're doing great. Nobody's wrecking.
Stop. Carl Jinx Garrett Mains again.
I mean, that doesn't hurt my feelings.
A little bit more side-by-side action, a little bit further through the field. The 9 machine of Jeffrey Taylor down to the inside of the 88 of Daniel Wiles. Wiles getting the advantage, holding that outside line momentum, but here comes that 9 machine of Jeffrey Taylor back to the inside again, coming into 1. Oh, and a big lockup for the 9's going to slide him up into the 88. No contact. Huge loss of speed, but it doesn't even seem to affect him. She's still able to get the power down a little bit better than the 88 coming off of the corner. Move Jeffrey Taylor up there into that 19th spot now.
Make it 18th, but he overshoots turn 1 a little bit, letting Brandon Evans to get down to the inside. One into the inside wall a little bit further back, but he's got nobody behind him, so no yellow flag's going to fly. I think we're going to be okay, but Evans coming out of 4, looking to pick up a spot. Taylor maybe a little weak on the top side of the racetrack now. Evans fires it down to the inside of 1. Looking to pick it up, and now he's going to get himself up into 18th as the yellow flag is flying. We got a wreck out of 2. Oh, and people are not happy about it.
You gotta tell me what's happening. I forgot to turn my voice chat on.
Thomas Delcourt here. Ooh, Houghton gets into the back of him. Spins him right round. I think there might have been something else too. I'm not too sure. But either way, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break of the racing action. Whenever we come back, well, we got a lot more racing and wrecking on the other side.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world.
Welcome back to the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split. We just hit the green flag here on the restart. Race leaders blinking pretty heavily, allowed him to jump up to a huge restart. We're wrecking on the restart. Anthony Federico goes around one other car, goes into the outside fence, and it's a huge stack up. Another one goes careening into the outside wall at a turn number 2. Huge contact further back. That was Jeffrey Taylor that just killed it with the left rear.
And that's probably going to ruin Jeffrey Taylor's effort for the rest of the night, because there's no way that you can hit it that hard without knocking the rear alignment out of the car. All starts a little bit of 3-wide action here coming into turn 1. 6 tries to follow the hole that Houghton made and doesn't quite work, and just around everybody goes. Heavy contact. A couple cars got some pretty hard hits off that deal, but none harder than the 9 machine of Jeffrey Taylor.
Typical restart log jam at Martinsville that you see time and time again, to be honest. Poor Jeffrey Taylor, though. I mean, he didn't really have anything to do with this, just going through, avoiding the wreck on the inside. A little wide, cuts it back down and just gets clipped. And like you said, that's hard contact. That's got to shake up something in the back end.
Yeah, just the way he hit it, the angle he hit it, you can tell he knocked that left rear fender. Wonder if we can get a onboard view here, see what the damage is from the steering wheel side of things. You know what?
Got it straight, so
surprisingly pretty straight. So Jeffrey Taylor, the luckiest man in Martinsville tonight.
Guess it avoided the tire, so he looked at, or he got lucky. He had to stay behind the pace car, so he can't pit here to assess the damage. He's gonna have to take the wave around.
No, body damage, that's going to be nothing compared to what the death sentence that he could have had there.
Exactly, yeah. The body damage is nothing. At Martinsville, the left rear, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, as they were saying in the chat, heck, it might make them faster. You never know. Right now, the lucky beneficiary of this last chain of cautions, Justin Anke, up here at the point right now, assuming that he probably either stayed out or took 2 on that last pit stop.
Oh, he stayed out. He stayed out.
But a good strategy for him, because he was really deeply mired into that traffic earlier. And honestly, with Martinsville being as hard as it is to pass, I think that might be, a really solid call for him in that 42 machine.
He started 22nd. If everybody pitted on lap 50, you're thinking, oh, they're going to pit again at lap 100. Maybe everybody pits again at lap 100. Maybe that's the only pit stop, but maybe these guys decide to pit again. And if all of them don't, maybe a good chunk of them do. And you come down when they come down, lap 75, lap 100 or so, and you get the jump on them before them, or you come down pit road just before them, excuse me. All of a sudden, you've turned a 20th place running spot into anywhere from 5th to 12th. So I like the move through Nanke, but he's got to keep it clean. If he gets past, he can't, panic. He can't make any big types of mistakes. You just got to see him run a smart race from here on out.
The thing I like about this strategy is it gets him out of the cluster, because they're going to wreck back there at least 4 or 5 more times before this thing's over. And if you're stuck back there, you're likely to get caught in it. Get up here to the front, try to control the race for a little bit. Good move.
You're not in the cluster, but you could get sucked back into it really, really quickly. We'll have to wait and see if we can get a restart with enough green flag laps to make that a worry for Nanke, who's currently in the race lead. Through the restart zone, back to the gas pedal. Not clear for the lead yet.
Oh, huge move in the back.
Conklin. Oh, Nanke misses the corner. Garrett Maines immediately through to the lead. He shuts Conklin out of the groove in turns 1 and 2. Garcia down to the inside now. Middleton is taking 3rd from Conklin. Nanke still holding up Sean on the outside of the racetrack. Nanke now a roadblock for Sean Conklin, who's back to 5th.
Now right there, that's just a product of being on older tires on a really difficult track to get around with splitter dams to the front. We got one around in the back. Tommy Gossett hard into the inside wall.
And they're wrecking behind him. They might make more contact with Tommy coming through down the back straightaway. 2 wrecks off of turn number 2. Tommy came out of turn number 2, made contact with Sean. Conklin may have not gone all the way to the wall, but something else happened a little bit further back.
Tommy's still getting hit even after the caution. We go to the inside of Sean Conklin here. Tommy slides up just a little bit into Conklin's door.
Sean came down a little bit from where you would normally see him running.
And watch here. Look at how many times he gets hit after the caution, too.
What happened a little bit further back? Vroman, Delcourt. Oh, Vroman getting shot down into 1 already. Oh, and then just lost it. He was too far up the racetrack and spun out and caused a bigger melee behind.
And if you keep it on, Tommy here, unfortunately, gets into the... I thought he made a little more... got the wall. Yeah, there it is. Just a really tough break for that 80 machine.
I believe Johnny Baldridge is now just 1 lap down, so he's just getting himself back into this thing.
At this point, Johnny could probably just win the damn thing at this point. These guys keep on wrecking. There's not going to be too many cars left in about 40 laps. Garrett Maines returning back to the lead, though, after that big slide for Nanke into turn 1 on that last restart. And somehow Middleton followed him through. Middleton now up to 2nd place. It's a feel-good story there.
Conklin going to be restarting on the outside in 4th. Not really where you want to be.
No.
Can he hang on to 4th? You going backwards from 4th? What are you thinking from Sean here? Like, you really got to get to 3rd as quick as possible.
Well, we know 3rd's going to get a better launch than 2nd place on the restart, because that's just how it always works out. 3rd place can kind of control what the lead car does a little bit. 2nd place, it's going to be really difficult for Middleton to get the power down, and unfortunately for Conklin, he's going to be stuck behind him here, so I think it's going to be a really, really rough restart for Conklin.
We're in lap 70 here, so we're almost at halfway. We're going to be close on whether we make it to the beginning of the B Open on time or not. Never too sure whenever you come to these Martinsville races, just how quickly you're going to get them done. If they run green, holy cow, they're going to be the fastest races you've ever called. But man, if they don't run green.
At this point, I'm wondering if we'll be able to make it to the NIS on Friday night.
It's okay. We only have 1 green-white checker tonight. We're safe. We're safe. But Garrett Maines back up in the race lead. A little bit of a stack up here as Hollabaugh is having an issue from 6. Was in the wrong gear there. Garrett Maines back to the green flag. We're racing, but a huge stack up further back. Like I said, 6 on back on the outside. Just not able to get going. Hollabaugh keeping that outside line bleeding. Allowing some of these guys that were a little bit further up to find a home. Conklin up to 3rd place now, trying to look to the inside for of Garcia for 2nd contact. The 69 shucked out of the racing groove down on the inside. Middleton just bleeding spots coming out of turn number 2. I think Houghton got him, and out big smoke. One sideways.
We on upside down.
Down the back straightaway at Martinsville.
Is that Corey LaJoy?
No, it's Dave Long.
That's the first time I've ever seen a car flip at Martinsville, and I've been on here for ever.
I cannot believe what I've just seen at Martinsville.
See the 28 get a shot from Nanke there. Big wreck in front of him. Just clips that machine right there, and around she goes, upside down with it. Looks like a little bit of net code there might have factored into that flip.
Wow. They've obviously having some internet issues in the middle of that, but obviously not big enough of issues to let them blink through the car that was sideways there, and it just flipped them right over. Dave Long, his race is probably going to be done off of that one. That's a tough break coming off of turn number 2.
driver chat is really interesting right now.
I'm kind of paying attention to what some of them are saying, trying to get some storylines out of something.
So for context, people are saying, wow, it's crazy that you can drive through pit road without getting black flagged. He is getting a black flag, an end-of-line penalty for going 10 miles over the pit speed. That is a very common trick that people have been doing since, hell,
Let you get a good bit of damage
2010s.
fixed. A good bit more damage fixed by coming down pit road faster and just taking the penalty. Because you're already starting at the back, you got damage, just get more of it fixed.
Now, for the viewers at home, if you go over 10 miles an hour...
It's 15.
50, oh, so it's 15?
It might...
Well, no, I remember it being 10 when Devin taught it to me.
No, I go up to 15. You might be able to go up to... I don't remember exactly where the cutoff
because I've done 20
but I know
before,
for a fact
but
I go to 15.
There is a point where if you speed too much, you're not going to get the EOL. You're going to get a 40-second hold on the restart.
Yep.
And it's fair game. That's just the way the rule is. It's how it's been on here forever. And let's fix a little bit of damage. He is getting a black flag for it, though, so... Anybody watching that back after the race to see it, there's your little fact. You learned something.
And the pace car is off once again. We are officially past halfway. We only had a gajillion cautions, so not too bad. Airbane's up in the lead. Garcia on the outside. Conklin all over the back bumper remains through the restart zone. Giving him a shove. Mains didn't get clear until we get down to the middle of 1 and 2. So Conklin's going to be in a side-by-side battle off at 2 with Garcia for the second place spot. Conklin went out on it. Oh, they're spinning through the
there's
back.
Houghton. They just turned Houghton around.
Shipped down into 3, and they're still wrecking coming out of turn number 4. A lot of guys getting caught up trying to avoid Houghton, but oh my goodness, James Houghton just got destroyed. I think it was Felix Ferrer just went in there with no regard for Houghton life.
These guys are really trying their best to get me on the soapbox tonight, but...
Say goodbye.
Just huge shot. Houghton comes down a little bit. Ferrer, not really much of a place to go. Trying for the dive bomb there to try and get the spot. But unfortunately for Houghton, I don't think Houghton thought that the 6 was going to be there when he made his entry, and that's just...
No, it was a bit of a dive. He definitely didn't have any overlap going down into the corner. Sometimes you have to do that to make your moves, but at this point... I don't know, a little aggressive.
Yeah. Houghton was committed to go to the bottom. He
definitely was waiting to turn in. So I don't know. Maybe you could say that he was giving him a lane, but I don't know.
That's one of those deals right
Felix
there.
Was always showing his nose, but I just he was from a little ways back.
It's one of them deals there where both of them could have done something just a little bit different. They could have made it out to talk about it.
Well, unfortunately for James, he's the one that gets caught out bad. Now, somebody's misfortune becomes somebody else's fortune. Johnny Baldridge, I believe, was 5 laps down at one point. He's back on the lead lap.
Well, now we can have a new lucky dog for this race. Let's go.
If Baldridge somehow finishes in the top 10, top 5, that's going to be one of the comeback stories, or the biggest comeback stories I've ever heard. He's got a clean race car too. It's not like it looks like he's got any damage on that thing. He looks pretty clean. So watch out for Johnny here.
So, and to Johnny's credit too, I think a huge percentage of this field is starting to get close to pushing that bubble on the incident count. I wish that I could see it somewhere here on the UI, but it's not showing me, unfortunately.
It's always a good time whenever you've got the #1 Ryco hater in a Ryco sponsored chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Greg Thompson into the arena.
And our buddy Brandon Green sitting there with the and it was all yellow.
Look, we needed somebody in here to make this interesting on a Martinsville night. So Greg, I'm happy you're here, buddy.
Well, I think right now we can find somebody else to talk to here. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Oh, never mind. I did not realize the lights on the pace car. We will back that up to the next
It's one to
caution.
green, and the one guy that we have in the Discord is muted, so I don't think that was possible. Good try, I guess.
There's this thing called a push to mute. I got one. I just don't use it. You'll have to listen to me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, they might wave it off here because there's cars parking in the back because of scoring.
They got it going. They got it going. Think we're going to be okay. Main's coming out of turn 4, the pace car down pit road. Haven't heard anything about the restart being waved off, so they're coming down to the green flag. Main's back to the gas pedal. Man, they wait late. And they're further back already. The 5's around. Big stack up on the restart. Baldridge just got back on the lead lap, already involved. And now he's got damage to the nose.
Oh, welcome back to the competition, Johnny.
Yeah, welcome back to the party. It's a lot of fun.
That was... I don't think I've ever seen a car get bounced forward and backwards that fast in my life.
Nanky pinballed in the middle, finally got sent sideways into the right rear of the 5.
Watch the 88.
Aaron Matthews.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that was interesting. Johnny coming in the last second.
Ooh, I see somebody else.
Oh, in the chat, we got the short track tempers. Oh man, we got a protest warrior reference in the chat too.
Wait, did we just pick up a second in race reporter?
Did we?
Take a look down.
He's there. Could be possible. We might wait one more. Make sure we give him plenty of time because we know he likes to say a lot.
He's probably smack talking Matt like crazy right now.
Hey, Roman's been involved in his own stuff. He's back down pit road, getting some more damage repair, but he was running up in about 12th before they came down pit road, even after all the issues that he's faced. So on the next caution flag, we're going to try to give Roman a little bit of a chat. Unless it falls during the... I don't know, we'll wait and see here with Roman.
Let's see if he's still around for the next caution, maybe. I hate that we can schedule it like that, right? Right now, though, Garrett Maines, Sean Conklin, the class of the field, as, I mean, I think everybody could have expected before we started this thing off. Both been running 1-2 majority of the race.
Yeah, but you just never know how everything's going to fall.
I got to give a shout out again.
The cautions.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out again, too, to that 69 machine in Middleton. We saw him get knocked out of groove from 3rd earlier. Did everything but wreck that machine. He's recovered back up to a 6th place running position at the moment. Been a really good run for him today. Hopefully he can keep this thing together and not have it fall apart.
Glad we had Roman leave the chat, so maybe we're not going to give him an interview on the next one. I was going to give him a try. If he joins Discord back because he's listening, we'll give him an interview under one of these cautions, but right now I'm not seeing him, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But either way, we're coming back up to the green flag this time. Maybe we can finally get that green flag run. Can we finally get a clean restart where we don't play bumper cars? Probably not, but hopefully we can at least just stay straight. Get single filed out, get a run going. Main's coming off the last corner. Green flag's flying once again. Not a stack up on the restart this time. Instead, he goes early. Conklin clear down into turn number 1. Easily single file for the race lead. Main's a little high off of turn number 2, letting Sean get to his back bumper, but single filed out through the first 4, 5, 6 racers, finally side by side for 7th place. As we go down through 3 and 4, Delcourt down to the inside, trying to get a spot away from Middleton, as Rogers lost out in the battle for 7th. Oh, some tire smoke a little bit further up. Somebody just outbraking themselves ever so slightly, but still keeping it straight, still keeping it green, more importantly.
Austin with a huge block to the 33 machine coming into turn number 3. Everybody gonna make it through nice and clean, though. A little bit of side-by-side action here. Justin Akey down to the inside of the 12 machine. I believe that's Hollabaugh. Could probably be wrong, though. I'm wrong a lot.
No, you're right. You're right. That's Matt.
I'm right. Ah, it's weird seeing him with the different, I've seen him with the classic Mustang that we see him in every week. Must have selected the wrong car from the menu before this thing started off.
Be a little
No,
different
3
than that
wide.
from Matt.
Coming into 1.
The microphone explosion that I just heard sounded like whatever happened was very exciting down in the turns 1 and 2, but we may never know.
Oh,
But
one
something's
around.
happening out of 4. Is that Delcourt? Thomas Delcourt around coming off of turn number 4. The caution flag flying once again. And got just a little sideways on him, and that's all it took. Look at this. Just, yep. No saving it.
Well, now the front bumper matches the rear.
It's always good. Perfect aerodynamics.
Riding on board here, just maybe clip that seam a little bit there, and it sent him around.
All it takes is a tiny touch.
Well, hey, it is the next caution.
He's back in the chat, so we're going to pull him up. Nicholas Roman, do you have a copy?
Bro, we are so freaking back. It's not even funny. Had to serve a black flag penalty. We're good now. We're back.
So you're on the lead lap, good. Are you back on the lead lap? Yeah, you're getting the lucky dog right now. Going back around. You're Mr. Third Place. Do you think you back up there by the end of this thing?
Well, you know, I got to shout out to a sponsor real quick. If you have bad eyes out there and you can't really see what's going on and who's causing the wrecks, I highly recommend this eye doctor called Ben Kyron Eyes. He's the best eye doctor out there if you need your eyes checked. But I don't know, man. Honestly, I didn't qualify on purpose. You know, I just want to have fun. And this race has been a blast, even though, you know, we've been in. I jinxed my fucking self, man. I said, you know, I got a 0x about halfway through, and next thing you know, I've been in every single wreck since. So I don't know.
What are your goals for the end of it? Coming down to 50 laps to go. What's achievable?
I think my goal is to get the next black flag, have to serve a stop and go, and then still finish on the lead lap. That's my goal.
Tough order. Tall ask. How many more
You only
X's
have
do
to
you
do
have
that?
before you get the black flag?
I'm at 18 right now. What's the next black flag? 25? Or 25
yeah.
DQ?
I think
Oh,
25 is
fuck.
DQ.
Oh, fuck. You know, actually, I think I'm in a better spot than a lot of these other guys, honestly. I already served my black flag. I think these guys are cooked, and I guarantee a top 5 here.
Yeah, incident
Guaranteed.
count DQ limit is 25.
Yeah, I guarantee a top 5. And you can go to Ben Kyron eye specialist for that
Me?
hot take. Anybody.
I was going to say, what hot take did I have? Who did I blame tonight?
I don't know.
I was going to say, is this targeted? Is this targeted?
It might be targeted.
Do we have some malice on the palace?
It might be targeted.
To some rogue commentator or commenters?
Maybe.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll have to wait. And see if anything comes of that. But all right, that was Nicholas Roman. I'm sure by the end of the night he'll be running in third place.
Oh,
so
you'll
we'll be
hear
sure to talk to
from
him a
me
little bit
again.
later. Yeah, we'll get to talk to Nick a little bit later after he gets this thing onto the podium. So we'll have to wait and see if he can bring that battered Toyota Camry up onto the podium by the end of the night as we get lined up 2x2 once again. Yeah, Roger, you said he didn't say any swear words. I definitely heard the F word in there a couple times, buddy. There was a couple F words.
I don't know, that was pretty tame for Roman.
Yeah, it definitely was. But, you know, he's in the middle of go mode. You know, he's in the middle of it. So he's maybe still focused. After the race, if he's in the top 3, I think we'll hear plenty more. Either way, we're coming down to the green flag. Can he get back up here at the back of the pack right now? Garrett Baines back to the restart zone, back to the green flag. Conklin covered down to the bottom. Side by side for third. Can Garcia win out? Started down on the bottom. Able to take the spot. Somebody a little bit further back in the fence. I think it might have been Hollabaugh. They got pushed out of the groove. Side by side for fourth now. Ferrer is just struggling on the outside of the racetrack. Middleton rolling the bottom, trying to get this spot in that number 69 Dunkin' Donuts machine. Rolling it better through 1 and 2. Able to get side by side. Not able to complete the pass. Still side by side as we enter 3, but the 69 just fires it in down deeper into the corner. Middleton washes across the nose of Felix, and he takes that fourth position.
Yeah, Middleton's such a good run so far tonight. Everybody else got single filing back out through the field. You see Nanke with a heavy lockup on the left front tire coming into turn 1. That's the thing that surprises me, man, with this car. Like, I remember back in the day when you'd lock up a tire, you'd be killed coming up off the corner, and it doesn't seem like it affects these guys anymore. As you see, slide down to the bottom of the 33 machine. Down to the inside of the 8, a little bit of contact.
How much longer can we go without wrecking?
And, oh, man. Question. Larson line over here.
Thomas Delcourt struggling, just about 3 wide there entering turn number 1. Nicholas Vroman trying to find a way through, trying to get back up towards the front of the field. Looking down to the bottom, making it 3. He doesn't have too many X's to give. He said he's at 18. 6 more puts him at the DQ limit. Looking to the inside of Delcourt now. Not for position, but just to get himself higher up on the racetrack. Give himself a chance once again at the back of Daniel Wiles for 15.
Riding on board with Vroman off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Trying to get himself by Wiles. Wiles a little bit far out of reach for Vroman at the moment, but obviously Vroman's going to be able to get that power down and get to him here in the next handful of laps. That 95 machine is just fast at the moment. And also, look up there, a couple cars ahead. Johnny Baldridge, such a good recovery. Sitting in that 14th spot. As I say that, he kind of misses the center of 3 and 4, and that gives the opportunity to Vroman as he gets down to the inside of that 88 machine, who had to check up to avoid getting into the back of Johnny Baldridge. Which makes you think the 88 might be looking at that instant limit, too. Here's the 22 machine, a Schmeets. Running around here, not quite short position, right in front of Houghton, so that puts him in the 9th position. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. That would make a really good Arby's paint. What do you think, Austin?
What, for Jordan Schmeets here?
Yeah, we've got the Schmeets.
Oh, okay.
Here you see Vroman diving down to the inside of the 17 machine of Johnny Baldridge now for the 14th position. Vroman working his way through here and doing a good job keeping it clean. Knock on wood. Scott, if he gets DQ'd because of me, I don't want to be here for that interview.
Oh, he won't have an interview. If he gets DQ'd, he doesn't get interviewed again.
He'll probably pop up here. Y'all torture me with that. I know it. Actually, yeah, he does have the commentator right in this Discord, so that would be a problem. That 7 is locking up hard, coming into turn number 1. Going to send him all the way up to that outside lane. Trying to get out of the way of these guys behind him. Pretty quiet up here at the front, though. Garrett Maines. A couple car links separating him in second place. Sean Conklin. And this right here, not so much a battle as it is trying to figure out how to maximize for both of these drivers. But both an equal talent level, so it's going to be really hard for Conklin to find a way past that one machine of Maines.
Yeah, we're finally in a spot where we got some good natural racing through the field with without a lot of too many big issues, except for Nanke pounding it off the fence there side by side with Tommy. Vroman going to be the next one through. But as we finally got some racing, how about we go to a Ryco, rev it up, since we got these guys at full blast. Welcome back to the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split. We got the A Open going on right now, working lap 121, now 122 for Garrett Maines. Finally got some green flag racing. Nicholas Roman just worked his way up to 11th, passing his teammate Tommy Gossett with a little bit of fender usage down into 1 and 2. Working his way back through the field after some wrecks earlier. And then a little bit further up, Richard Garcia, hell of a night for him so far, up in the top 3.
Yeah, Maines right now, though, walking off to an 0.8 of a second advantage over second place Sean Conklin. Let's take a little ride on board, see what he's doing with this Ryco Performance hot rod. Nice steady wheel here through 3 and 4, getting right up there against the wall, maximizing on how much of the track surface he can use. Coming in a little bit late on that entry, but getting right down there by that seam, right down there by that curb, and a little bit of a diamond so he can kind of project himself off the corner. And something I'm not used to seeing, but it's been the norm here for the past couple years. Unfortunately, shifting, bringing that thing all the way down to 3rd, getting her up to 4th, right up there halfway on the straightaway. And he's the thing that's been so different about Maines compared to everybody else. You see everybody else coming out here kind of missing that line a little bit, blowing through the center of the corner. Maines has just been so consistent on the bottom as we have a caution on the Speedway.
39 around on the front straightaway. It's going to bring out the yellow flag. Once again tonight, I believe he was already a lap down. Yeah, Joseph Tucker 4 laps down. Spun around, coming out of turn number 4. Going to get an eye on what happened. 25 laps to go. Nobody really close. Just loose coming out of the corner.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing all night. That transition from center to corner exit. It's been biting a lot of these guys.
Wow, Maines pitted.
Yeah,
I
Maines
cannot
on
believe
pit
Garrett
road.
Maines just pitted. I can't believe he just pitted.
Bet you there's choice words being said behind that wheel right now.
Why did Garrett Maines just pit?
I think he thought it was time. I mean, they got a green run.
But
I think he
shocked.
figured everybody would go with him, but nobody did.
I would have never thought in a million years that he would pit right now. There's no way that this is the right move. I don't think he's got time to work through these cars.
What, 73 laps? Yeah, it's what's shown there on the board, but you know, maybe
I know that was a long green flag run there, but
25 laps total on the tires at temp anyway.
I don't think it was long enough to give up that much track position. I know he probably thought more people would come down pit road, but he's going to be restarting 12th at Martinsville. I don't think he's got time.
All right, well, here's a question. Let's see if Conklin faked him, because it's so easy to catch the leader off guard when it comes to pitting here because of the way that pit road is designed. Like, it's easy to fake like you're going in and just rope them in there because that commitment line is so early on the pit lane compared to other tracks.
I'll get a look back on it just to see. He honestly never really showed. He never showed that he was pitting.
That is... I doubt... I mean, Maines, you know, we talk about sound every week how great a driver he is, but I do not think that's a call that he can really come back from. So we've seen how hard it is for these guys to pass further in the back of the field.
Yeah.
We've seen how much chaos is mounting up in the back of the field. And then we're going to go green for maybe 2 laps with 20 laps to go. And we know that these next-gen cars, the tire wear is next to nothing, especially on the short tracks and road courses.
I was about to say, are we underestimating the tires? Like, I'm about to look at Conklin's last run to see how much he fell off, because that was a decent run, right? At the very beginning of it, let's see. He ran a 13.1, 13.13. At the end, he was running a 13.78. So, I mean, 7/10 of a second slower. But he's caught up in traffic, 6 rows deep, on the outside, 20 laps to go, and we're probably going to have more cautions that are going to take out laps that he can make moves. It's a tall order for Maines coming from 12th. We'll have to wait and see. 20 laps to go this time by for Sean Conklin, who's inherited the race lead, and he's got a huge jump on the restart. Caught Garcia napping. and they're going to be side by side for second as Conklin's easily got the lead into 1.
Not the restart the Mains was needing there. Not really getting much through the first corner. Here he comes with a 3-wide move down to the bottom, though, of Nanki. A little bit of contact, making a car almost around. Mains just got about 3-4 spots in one corner. Caution is in the air.
Oh, the 39 again. He gets T-boned down the front straightaway as he's spinning, and I think he
DQ.
just got DQ'd. It's going to be Joseph Tucker out of the race down the front straightaway. Oh, Baldridge sideways.
Johnny, big side.
Oh, and the wreck just about wrecked further up. And then out of 4, they finally did. Federico in the 33, and then, 39 just gets sideways. And again, that's one of those things, you come down left and then you get the wheel turned back right. For some reason in the next gen, it does not like that. It does not like that transfer of weight. Well, didn't like it there.
I have to give a huge shout out to Johnny Baldridge for that save, because that car should have been wrecked.
And, well, Garrett Maines made up a whole hell of a lot of spots up to 7th. So, he had a good restart.
I think it's too early about the last time Garrett Maines didn't podium talk, because he's very well up here now.
You're right. Maybe somebody throws it in behind him. Let's pull up Matt Hollebaum. Matt's going to be starting directly behind him on this restart. He's got the same tires. Let's tell Matt not to brake down into turn 1. Problem solved.
All right, hang on. We can make this happen. Hey,
oh, no.
Hey, Matt. Don't
Yes,
break
sir?
into turn 1. Run over Garrett. That's what Austin said.
I'll think about it.
That's what I like to hear. All right. Oh, man. Well, Matt, what are you looking for with 15 laps to go here, probably on the restart? What are you thinking? You're in P9, second best guy on the tires. What's your mindset going forward here in the last 15 or so laps?
To be clear, I only took rights that last time. Just to try and get as many of these guys on old tires as I possibly can. I like as much as I probably should try to play the confident driver card. Like, it's Garrett freaking Maines. I'm probably not beating him, especially when he has better tires than I do. But yeah, just try and just pick off the spots where I can get him. And yeah, I think a top 5 is probably in the cards.
All I'm saying is you could absolutely pull the grandmother flying into the convenience store because she forgot which pedal was which car.
Again, I'll think about it. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. I just said I'll think about it.
I'll pay attention to it coming down to turn number 1 in this restart.
Look, Matt, you
Yeah?
have the opportunity to do the funniest thing that we've seen all race long, and you're not going to take it?
I mean, I do have a Sparco, like a Sparco logo on my hood right now.
Yeah.
Like that's a safety thing. Like I should test it, shouldn't I?
Nobody would say Ryco took out Ryco there because you don't have any Ryco stickers on the car, technically.
Huh,
So
yeah,
it'd
that's
be a good call, you know?
No, you have a point.
Yeah. No talk about Ben Kyron on that one.
This was strategic from the moment you put that paint on. The moment you decided to run the Chevy tonight. This was fate panning out.
Yeah, I'm having fun out here. We're coming to 1 to green right now, just for your information. But yeah, I'm having fun.
All right, well, Matt, good luck on the restart. Looking forward to seeing if you can get up in the top 3 at the end of this.
Thank you kindly. And as always, good luck up there in the broadcast booth. Put on
Thank
the
you,
show
Matt.
there.
Knock
Thank
him
you,
dead,
buddy.
Make sure that you don't miss me flipping in the back.
Oh, we'll definitely see. Just make sure you get Garrett with you.
Never.
We'll use the
All
gyro
right, that
cam.
was Garrett's gonna think that we hate him. We don't, but he wins a lot. And you know what? We hate winners.
Just a reminder, this race is presented to you by Dr. Ben Kyron, optometrist.
Sean Conklin on the restart. Can Garcia react a little bit quicker, or is he gonna have to see the optometrist? Gonna have to see on this restart. Oh, he missed it again. Conklin easily clear. What can Maines do? Back in the 7th place spot. Can he go anywhere? Roman in 5th. He's found himself up towards the front again. What can he do? He's gonna throw a block on Maines down the back straightaway.
Maines really loose coming out turn number 2, but a good job keeping it under him. And 24 around.
What a save.
Oh, the 22.
The 22 doesn't save it.
Not the
Oh,
Schmeats.
now he does. What in the world? Schmeat saves it.
He didn't. That left front tire is knocked out on that thing.
He's gonna have to change his Schmeats after that one.
No, he looks all right. Maybe it's just the way the car is sitting static. So, looked to me like he knocked the left front wheel, but
Oh,
Oh,
Nanky just came in
Nanky.
there. Got him.
Nanky overdrove the center pretty bad there and got into the 22. Good save for the 22, though.
Yeah, it could have been worse for Schmeets, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure about his left front. He did get hit there, so maybe he's got some left front damage, like you mentioned, like you alluded to. But it did send him way down the running order.
Maybe we get a look at the steering wheel. He was wiggling a lot there after the contact. Oh, I mean, it's going to be pulling to the left in the corner. I know that.
Nah, never.
Here we are on the straightaway.
He's fine.
He's all right.
But he lost all of his track position, so that doesn't feel good. Definitely doesn't help his spirits at all tonight. Aaron Matthews getting the lucky dog, getting himself back on the lead lap, but man, his car is freaking destroyed. Never mind, I think I was having a visual bug on my end on iRacing. I switched cameras and switched back, and it was perfectly fine. So Matthews might have a chance here. He'll be outside the top 20, but might be able to pick up some spots.
Now Maine's going to have to restart from one of the most difficult positions here at Martinsville. Outside line, 4th place.
On newer tires.
On newer tires, yes, but...
And they're obviously mattering. He's come from 12th to 4th on the last 2 restarts. Matt Holloway too, man.
We've seen a lot of darts without feathers out here tonight. I'd never want to be on the outside line.
Can Matt come through here and win this race on 2 tires on the inside now that he's... I mean, if he gets a good start, Garcia gets another poor start like he's been getting, Matt Holloway might be the guy we're talking to at the end of the night.
Oh, I mean, like you said, he's going to pull the grandma through the convenience store move, but...
Hey,
I think...
Let's do it.
I think it's possible.
3 wide down into 1. We've seen it before.
Yeah, it worked great for Clint and Jeff.
Yeah, it worked great. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
I don't remember those two being mad at each other or anything.
No. I don't remember Clint in the 5-hour energy suit, full sprint through the trailers at Phoenix or anything like that. Oh, Garrett Maines earned himself a new nickname here in the driver chat.
The name of mini golf. Seven laps to go on the restart. Sean Conklin up in the lead. Can Garrett Maines put the new tires to use? What can Matt Holloway do on the 2 tires? From 5th place, he's got the preferred line, but 1 row back. Back to the restart zone. The outside line does not go. Maines doesn't get going.
Oh,
He's
Maines
sideways
sideways
into the fence just about. He's going to bleed positions. On the restart, Holloway now the front guy on new tires. What's he gonna do? Oh, wrecking out of turn 2.
Around.
Oh, he saved it. He used the car to do it. Oh, they're still wrecking. Coming down to the corner. Somehow the yellow flag's not flying yet. We're all straight. The yellow's not out. I cannot believe we're not under yellow.
That is going to ruin Vroman's race, though, because you know he's going to get a black flag for that with that 4X. Going to have to come in, serve a stop and go with 5 laps to go. Really costly. But right now, Conklin in charge of this thing. You can see Middleton throw a bumper to the back of the 5 machine of Richard Garcia. Moving Garcia up out of line here on to turn number 4.
Tommy Gossett's on new tires. 6 laps to go, 5 laps to go this time. What can Tommy do on the new rubber now? He's the highest running guy on new tires into 3rd.
Tommy down to the inside of the 69 machine of Middleton. Going to get in the position without any fight. Maines right behind him. Now to the back bumper of Garcia.
Tommy overdrove the corner. Down to 1. Tommy a little bit too wide. He's going to need the yellow to come out to save him. I don't know if he's going to get see some tire smoke, but Garrett Maines throws it a little bit too deep into turn number 3. He makes contact. Tommy and Garrett side by side down the front straightaway. Tommy back down to the bottom. Roman way slow on the outside. He must have had an issue on the restart as we saw a huge stack up. That's going to slow up Maines. Tommy's still in 3rd.
Roman contact with Maines.
Pissed. Roman's mad at Garrett Maines. He just threw him into the outside wall, collects another. The 69 destroyed along with him. Jason Middleton absolutely destroyed after Roman got furious with his teammate.
I
Holy cow.
did not see that coming.
What in the world did we just watch?
Okay, we're about to see that restart back because Roman and Maines made contact on that restart, and that I know that triggered Roman to get a black flag. But yeah, you see
Holy
Roman
cow.
just shades of Matt Kenseth right down into the right side of Maines. Good recovery out of Maines. Heavy
How did
contact though
Maines
with
not
Middleton.
die? Holy cow.
Have you ever? Here's the restart. So you see Roman's right behind the one machine of Maines up here in the outside line. I know Maines didn't get a good restart here. I'm not sure. A little bit of contact there.
Oh, Maine's really just... Yeah.
Maines slides back up the track, gets down into the door of Roman.
Watch this.
And yeah, right here, just gets down 3 wide, shoots Roman out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand Roman's frustration in that, because that right there did cost Roman a finish.
I get why he's mad. Obviously, iRacing doesn't like it whenever you do that. He's lucky Mr. Klein himself isn't in here.
Don't say his name, man. It's like Beetlejuice.
Well, he said it once. We're good.
There's the contact right there that sends Maines back up into traffic. Unfortunate break for the 69 machine of Middleton, because he ran such a great race today. And to no
Yeah, it
fault of
sucks
his
that
own,
it's
he's out.
somebody else that gets caught up in it the biggest, right? Like Middleton had absolutely nothing to do with anything, and he's the one that's down and out, right? Like he's the one that has left the service, so or left the server. So it's a tough break that it's Middleton that's caught out in that.
Also, a big question is how much damage did that do to Maines, to that car internally? Because he got hit flush in the right front tire by Middleton.
Wow.
Looks like the steering wheel was straight.
I just can't believe he went that far. I mean, Garrett ran him over out of 2. Let's be honest. Like Garrett absolutely, there was not a hole big enough there to go out of turn 2. It was always closing up. It was a bad move. I'm just shocked that Roman did that coming out of 2 a couple times later.
Yeah, it's surprising to see. We've seen the camaraderie with this team all season, but you know, sometimes you just get a little bit of turmoil.
Oof.
Something rubs you the wrong way, and you know that's why my biggest key for this race is to leave your emotions at the door. Unfortunate break for everybody involved, but we have a green-white checkered finish here with Sean Conklin and Richard Garcia up here on the front row.
Well, that was big. That was explosive. We're going to have to wait and see if it gets any larger here at the end. Remember, Gossett on 4 fresh tires there in row number 2. If he can get clear into second on the restart, he could give Conklin a run for his money, but this is the one and only green-white checker. He needs this thing to run green. Last chance. Who's it going to be? Conklin to the green flag. Tommy does not get going. Garcia's going to shade down to the bottom. Trying to block his run. Tommy gonna give him
We got a wreck in the back.
And it's over. The yellow flag's flying. The race is over. Sean Conklin is your race winner.
It was Schmeets. It's 3 and 4. Take the white flag, Sean Conklin. But here's the wreck that just happened. Further back in the pack, the 22 machine of Schmeets gets caught up in a log jam.
Oh, come on.
And I'm assuming he got DQ'd and figured he'd come down and finish somebody off.
He's not DQ'd. He's not DQ'd.
He's not? Well, I mean, the black flag, the penalty.
It was
penalty, 'cause
the
you get
one
the
and only
penalty for
green-white
DQ.
checkered. It was the one and only green-white checkered, and it... Okay, so 2 retaliations are going to end the Martinsville race, the Open.
Let's keep our eyes here on the field, because you know we're not done seeing these guys knock the hell out of each other.
Fantastic finish to this one
See, here comes the
tonight,
44.
obviously.
He looks like he's looking for somebody.
I think he's getting the lucky dog. Oh, no, never mind. We're coming out of the, sorry. We've already
He's betting.
passed the
Well, he just
checkered flag. My
he passed the
mistake.
base car under yellow there. This is going to be a black flag for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his... See, race winner Sean Conklin bringing that thing around here to the front straightaway, going to burn it down. Team Ryco tonight. And, we are late for the Open.
Yeah, no kidding. We're going to have to... I'm going to wait for the top 3 to get into Discord here, but we can't wait too long, unfortunately, because the B Open is getting ready to start. Sean Conklin doing his burnouts. We're going to go ahead and do our full field rundown as we wait for Conklin to get the Discord as well. And then we're going to go ahead and do our interviews. But up on the top step of the podium, like we all know, Sean Conklin here for the A Open of the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split. Richard Garcia second, Tommy Gossett rounds out the podium. Matt Hollabaugh in fourth, Garrett Maines in fifth, Justin Icky sixth, Sean Rogers in seventh, Ryan Minder eighth, Felix Ferrer in ninth, and then Johnny Baldridge. What a recovery up into the top 10.
Yeah, good run for Johnny there at the end. Hang on. 11th place is going to go to Anthony Federico, followed by Stephen Armstrong. Thomas Doakworth going to bring it in 13th. 14th going to Aaron Matthews, followed by Justin Clayton in 15th. 16th is going to go to Matthew Burton with James Houghton bringing it home 17th. 18th is going to go to Jordan Schmitz. 18th is going to go to Jordan Schmitz with Brandon D. Evans in 19th. 20th, and running out 20th, the top 20, sorry, is going to go to Daniel Wiles. 21st is going to go to Mattis Baker with Jason Middleton bringing it home 22nd. 23rd, Nicholas Roman with Joseph Tucker in 24th. 25th is going to go to Dave Long, followed by Jeffrey Taylor and Steve Buchanan rounding out the 27-car field.
It's going to do it for the full field rundown, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the driver interviews. We're going to go ahead and pull up our third place finisher, and I don't see our second place finisher in the Discord, so Tommy is going to be standing side by side with Sheldon Atkins.
Tommy, man, you were my pick tonight. I know this place typically works for somebody that airs a little bit more on aggression. Great recovery there at the end of the thing to get yourself in the top 3 with them 4 fresh tires. How you feeling about it?
First off, I've been wanting to say this for the last almost 2 weeks now. Go Vols. And to answer your question, this place and me have a weird relationship. When we came here in the spring, I was really good. We come here this time, I'm terrible. So I'm just happy to escape with the third place through all the carnage, and even happier to only have 4X.
Oh man, one heck of a performance tonight. Hate to rush things, but we are late for the B Open. Who all do you want to thank for this third place performance this evening?
God and Ken. There you go. Go have fun and go
All right,
Vols.
thank you, Tommy. Take care, man. Thanks for coming up.
Alrighty, that was our third place finisher of Tommy Gossett, even though I'm not very happy that he finished in the top 3 with that comment that he made in the interview there. It was pretty disgusting, kind of made me want to hurl. But either way, we're going to pull up our race winner, Sean Conklin, tonight from the Martinsville Speedway in the A Open. Sean, it was just kind of a pretty quiet night with you riding in second with all the cautions. You never really had an opportunity to even make a run at Garrett, it seemed like, after he took the lead on the first start. But then he came down pit road and gave you the chance to have the lead. Were you surprised that he came down for the 4 tires there at lap 125?
A little bit, and yeah, definitely like you said, quiet race is all I really wanted there. Just a lot better that way, and yeah, I had a tough time trying to get around Garrett. I mean, I gave the bumper a few times, like not really trying to move him out of the way, but just trying to see if I can open up a hole. Like maybe I was gonna try a bump and run later in the race if I could, but like right there, just trying to see if I can open up a hole, because man, the dirty air is just, it's bad. You get in that little bubble of air and then you just can't turn, and then by the time you get out of that bubble, your front tires are so hot, you're going in there locking up every corner, and just it's hard to turn. So yeah, just dirty air here is wild, and definitely lacked on that first start. I think Garrett started in first gear, I went second. I just wanted to be safe. I didn't try first gear yet, and I guess I'll have to practice it so I can do it a little bit better on Friday night. Hopefully we get the pole there too, and just try to keep the lead from there.
Sean, I thought you had this thing locked up whenever Garrett came down pit road, but after the first 2 restarts, he went from 12th to 5th with still about 10 laps to go. What were you thinking at that point? Did you think that he was going to get there and you weren't going to have enough tire to hang on, or were you sitting pretty confident?
I mean, at first, he definitely gained a lot of spots on the restart. I think he went from wherever to like 7th or 5th. So, I mean, I was kind of worried, but then we went green for like 3 or so laps, and the tires cooled down, and I was already back to running 2s and 1s. So that's about the pace that you run on new tires. So I think just tires cooling down just is a bigger factor than new tires. So definitely gonna keep that in mind, and I'm sure he will too. So we'll try to race our way to a win on Friday, because pretty sure he figured out the strategy now.
Well, Sean, congratulations on winning tonight from the Martinsville Speedway. Who do you have to thank at the end of this one?
Just gotta thank Ken and Quentin. Me and Quentin and Ken were all working on this setup all throughout last week, trying to get it good to be here, and it was definitely pretty good. And even Garrett made some changes before the race that made it even better. So yeah, just group effort for this week, and made a really good setup. Has a lot of drive off, and that's exactly what we need here in Martinsville.
Alrighty, Sean. Well, congratulations on winning again tonight, and looking forward to seeing if you can keep this momentum up at the end of the season.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Sean Conklin. Only a couple more races left in the Ryco season, of course, and one of them is coming up in just a couple of moments. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a step back, get the stream swapped over, and in just a couple of moments, we're going to be going live from the Martinsville Speedway with some B Open action for the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split. Welcome into the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split. The B Open is currently live, and we are racing, working lap number 7 from the Martinsville Speedway. I'm Austin Edstrom, standing alongside Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire is behind the production booth, as always, here for our Ryco races. And man, it's tight up at the front. Armstrong all over the back bumper of Landon Williams, trying to get the lead away here early. Apologies for stepping in a little late to this one. That A Open ran very, very late tonight, so we had to come in just a little late to the B Open, catching in on the action, working lap number 8.
Yeah, we already had ourselves an incident to start this thing out. Lap 1, Cruz Cadell got loose coming into turn 1, slid up into your second place runner currently, Joe Armstrong. They were able to recover. The guys behind them, not so much. A handful of cars got turned around. But since then, green flag running. Everything kind of single filed out tame up here at the front. Joe Armstrong breathing down the neck of Landon Williams coming into the first corner, though.
Caution flags out as we go down into turn number 1. I believe it was further back towards the back of the pack. Not quite sure where the sideways car may be. The running order is a little bit shifted up at the front of the field from what you saw in that starting grid. Cruz Cadell had a really bad turn 1 on the opening lap, washed up into Armstrong on the outside.
Oh, we got a car blown up here.
Yeah, typically smoke trailing from the back end. It's not a good sign. These things do not take the beating. These B cars don't take the beating the A cars do. We saw a lot of wrecks in the A. Oh, man. Holy cow. We might have 2 or 3 dead cars.
Yeah, Jim Owen has already left this session. So, 3 guys out already.
Like I was about to say, in the B car, you know, I don't think we're going to have as many cautions because whenever the wrecks happen here, we're going to lose cars.
There goes the twin machine getting loose, head on, hitting the inside wall. It's been a really rough night for guys with Iron Maiden stickers on their cars. We saw it in the last race. 28 machine got flipped upside down. And here we go, the 20 head on into the wall in the back straightaway. So if you're an Iron Maiden fan, stay away from Martinsville.
Just don't put it on your car.
Yeah, that too.
You'll be safe. You'll be safe. Maybe. I guess we don't know for sure.
There's the only thing that's safe at Martinsville is the pace car, and sometimes I wonder about that. Because these guys have hit just about everything but the hot dog stand tonight.
Yeah, through the first 163 laps of racing tonight, it has not been the prettiest. So far, 2 cautions in this race so far. I'm about to get a check to see how many yellows we saw in the A Open.
It comes down to you know, in real life, these drivers get to lean on each other a lot more, and it's a lot more forgiving when they make contact coming into the corners and, you know, corner center and everything. Like, it's very rare that you see somebody actually able to punt somebody out of the way nowadays here on short tracks. And we come on here on iRacing, and it's like as soon as somebody breathes on you just the slightest bit, you're snapped around, head on into the fence. It's always been my biggest gripe when it comes to the short track racing. I don't know about you, Austin.
So we saw 17 cautions in the A Open, 2 already tonight, so 19 cautions.
We beat the over-under?
Oh, yeah. Landon Williams coming back up to the restart zone. Hopefully we do a little bit better for the rest of the night. Back to the gas, back to the green flag, side by side for the race lead. Armstrong with a good jump on the outside, able to keep it sideways. Williams running him a little wide through 1 and 2. Able to get a little bit better run. Armstrong into the fence, but still side by side. Down the back, into 3. The outside seems to be working a little bit better in the B car than it was in the A car. But Williams still looking like he's going to win out on this battle as Armstrong's starting to fall back. Cadell gets into the back of him. Armstrong sideways. The second time tonight that Cadell has just missed turn 1 on the inside of Armstrong and made contact.
Here's the question. Are we going to see retaliation now that we saw in the previous race? The 22 machine probably pretty ticked off now that he's been booted out of the way twice by the same guy. But right now, everything looking good for Landon Williams up here at the point. Nice advantage, almost a second over second place Cruz Cadell.
Oh, you got to think Armstrong's pissed right now. Right. I mean, like you said, he made contact on lap 1, whatever. First lap, cold tires, stuff happens. It was door contact. Oh, and now it's a huge stack up on the outside of turns 3 and 4.
Oh, and it's Armstrong in it.
Armstrong's there. I don't know if he was in it or was just stopping to get by.
Find out here. A little bit of contact coming out turn number 2. 54 and the 42, and then big shot to the right rear quarter panel from the 55 machine. So around they all go.
Armstrong's just stopping to get by, so I think he's fine.
Okay. Look at that. We got Joe Dutch on camera.
I think he got a lot of angry people on camera, too.
Yeah. Here's another angle of that contact. Just booted him right into the corner, and that's the problem. These guys, they just don't understand that when you're in the pack, you got to roll off it a little bit early so you don't smoke the guy in front of you. Everybody just tries to send it in there like it's a qualifying lap, and it just...
Yeah, Ollie Ferguson just sent it in there and got him a 3 for 1.
Yeah, it kills everybody. Like, it's... And you don't see it in the other forms of short track racing on here. Like street stocks, yeah, we lean on each other a little bit. But, you know, you're on the late models, super late stuff like that. You know, it's pretty, you know, cut and dry, pretty clean racing. But we get up here to the NASCAR stuff, and it's like everybody forgot how the hell they ran short track stuff while they were coming up through their license progression. It's terrible. Do better. Come on, guys.
It's Martinsville. It's just not going to happen. There's some tracks that just don't mess with the online community. Martinsville's just one of them. We just don't have it in us. We don't have the talent.
Martinsville, Richmond, Bristol. I mean, any of the NASCAR short tracks are typically a she-show. Sure.
Doesn't matter how good the field is either. It can be some of the best drivers. You can put a Coke Series race on Martinsville, and it's going to be a wreck fest, right?
I mean, the Richmond race for Pro has, I think, was it the record for cautions in an online race, like a broadcast online race?
That's not surprising. It's not surprising.
Right now, the man that's in the perfect position to avoid all the chaos and the best seat in the house right now, Landon Williams in that 3 machine. Up there because lap 1, turn 1, Cruz Cadell got a little loose on that inside, a little tight on that inside, got into the right side of the outside pole starter. Opened the door, seized parted, the 3 got to the lead. Now he's pretty well in control of this thing.
Yeah, Cruz has been anything but cruising in the early going of this. Already contact with Armstrong twice, sending Joe to the back. You're going to have to wait and see if that ends up coming back and biting him a little bit later. Joe did end up coming down pit road, probably took tires.
It's very uncharacteristic for Cruz, too, because, you know, we normally see him so calculated and smooth everywhere we go. But coming through the restart zone, green flag is in the air.
Williams with a really good jump, launch. Man. Yeah, oh, and Cadell just sent it into 1. Too far! He's made the mistake again. I think he alt F4'd going down to the corner. Cruz Cadell.
And they're still wrecking.
The 9 gets spun coming down the back straightaway. It was going to be Cruz Cadell. He alt F4'd. Instead, it looks like it's Dylan Murcott.
And Murcott's difficult season just continues.
I love Martinsville.
You can see Cruz with a huge wobble on the restart. Comes down to turn 1, trying to overcompensate, gets way too deep in it, and I have to wonder if he had something set up wrong with the brake balance on that 55 machine, because that's 3 times in a row coming into turn 1. He has absolutely lost it. And that's the first time that he didn't have somebody on his outside to save him. Here you see the 9 getting punted around, getting loose out of turn 2. A little bit of contact with Scott Lamps is going to finish him off.
Oof. Yeah, Lamp got him one. Lamp got him one there. That is for sure on that one. But yeah, early days. That's caution 3 or 4. How many? 4, I think.
Surprisingly, this is going worse than the Cup race did.
So we've got 21 cautions on the night so far. Whew. It's been a good night. We're doing great.
Yeah, I should start podcasting over the cautions now.
Probably should. Give us something to do. Typically we go brain rot, but we're trying to hold back, you know, cut back a little bit.
We've only been yelled at 12 times.
Yeah. But whenever you've got 21 cautions in 175 laps of racing, it does become more and more difficult. It does become a little bit more difficult, I can tell you that.
You know that flagman's hand has to be cramping by now.
My butt kind of hurts from sitting in this chair. Haven't had anything to get up about. It's just been a bunch of wrecking. Nothing to get me on the edge of my seat. But hey, that's Martinsville. That is Martinsville on sim.
In real life, they can't even spin each other if they try here anymore.
Yeah. And look, this is one of those where, you know, I know I give iRacing a lot of crap. I do. But this is one of those where it's all on us, right? I mean, the track is the track. iRacing has done their job with it. But man, it is not panned out well in terms of the driving standards. The driving standards are obviously just way below par in this place. Way.
Yeah. I mean, across the boards, the driving standards on iRacing is absolutely in the toilet from where it was, you know, nearly a decade ago.
I don't think I've ever seen a clean race at Martinsville, or a race that didn't average at least one caution every 10 laps. But either way, Williams coming out of the final corner. Landon Williams back to the gas, back to the green flag, racing again here at Martinsville. Hopefully we can keep this one going for a little bit
wide
longer.
into turn one.
Probably
in
not.
the back. It's probably be a problem. Everybody makes it through clean. There's still 3 wide coming down the back straightaway, way back in the pack.
So far so good. We're getting it sorted. Nobody wrecking just yet. Justin Smith clean into second. Nolan Hodgson in third. So the top 3 from the restart able to line themselves up single file after a handful of laps after the restart. Eddie Rose right behind these guys, settling into the 4th place spot. A little bit of moving right behind him. Justin Collison able to get through into 5th this lap. Landon Williams, a tight battle for the race lead further up. Justin Smith all over the back bumper, coming down the back straightaway.
Justin Smith working his way through the field to get up to 2nd place. The 1st place, Landon Williams. What's he got for that 3 machine right now? We know those Connie cars are pretty quick here this week. Right back up to the bumper here, coming into turn number 1. Just within stone's throwing distance of that 3 car. Not able to get anything done yet. Trying with a little bit of a higher arc into turn number 3 this time. Trying to get the power down. Not going to net in his favor, though. There's dead equal as they come to complete lap number 33.
Most of the field single filed out now as we work 33 on the board. As we get single filed out, I get more and more hopeful that we might get that green flag run. You just never know. But currently, Justin Collison under fire from Scott Lamp as we head down to turn number 1. Scott just a little bit deeper on the brakes, trying to find a way around. Oh, but they're wrecking in turn 1 and 2. We might get the yellow now. Everybody's straight, though, and rolling. So it looks like we're just going to have a big stack up. A lot of damage, but no yellow. Just about 4 wide down the back straightaway. Still 3. As we head into 3, and there's the yellow. The 18 gets turned into the outside wall. And there it is. That's the yellow. Brady Gasper going for a couple rides there on 1 lap, I believe.
Here we see 19 machine getting down there to the bottom, hopping the curb into turn number 1. Huge contact. Martinsville going to Martinsville. Oh, yeah, just turns himself off the 12 there.
They never had any room either. The 19 definitely held him low, or held him up high on the racetrack. Didn't give him much room there in that 3 wide ordeal after they had made the contact in turn 1. And to be fair, I feel like the 19 was kind of there going down to 1. Like, he kind of had a nose there the whole time down the straightaway, I feel like. He kind of got position, and the 18 grabbed him pretty heavy.
It's just... Martinsville's going to Martinsville. I do want to say, though, somebody you want to keep your eye on here. I've been watching him start at 21st on the grid. And every time I look at the scoring, he's up another spot or 2 spots. Picked up 2 spots on that last restart. Moving up into the 6th place position. I got to keep my eyes on Scott Lamp. He is flying. And if we get a long run, I think he's got the best chance based on how well his pace was holding up there.
Working caution number 5. That was our longest green flag run of the night. That last run right there. And that was a total of 7 laps. So we were able to complete 7 laps that time. The longest green flag run of the night.
I bet these guys are worn out after that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably sweating.
Pouring
cramping.
sweat.
Everybody's happy, though, I'm sure.
Oof. Martinsville, baby. Field 2x2 and up, coming down into turns 1 and 2 this time by Landon Williams, still up in the race lead. Justin Smith solidifying himself in 2nd place. With these restarts, you never know what the inside guy on the 2nd row, Nolan Hodgson, this time by could do. Get them to the inside, maybe make the move. Justin Smith going to be on the defensive. On this restart, can we get a good long green flag run? We're going to have to wait and see. Landon Williams to the restart zone. And back to the green flag. Smith, not a good restart whatsoever. Side by side for 2nd, down to 1. Hodgson going for it. Breaking late. Oh, Eddie Rose off the nose of Scott Lamp to the outside wall, but stays out of it. Lamp up to 4th. Eddie Rose back to the back.
And an absolute hornet's nest further back in the field. A little bit of 3 or 4 wide. We got one around. Run again.
Oh, man.
Looks like off of the bumper of the 18 machine. See Eddie up there against the fence. And then turn number 3. He just
closed up 3 wide there in a bad spot. I feel bad for Eddie because he was just in the top 4 and just gets punted down into the corner. It's a shame. It's a shame. He shouldn't have been back there in the first place.
running on board with Eddie here. He comes down a little bit. 18 comes up a little bit. That's all she wrote for these guys. Well, hey, we've got less than 100 laps left.
Yeah, it gives us a good time to step away, take our first commercial break of the racing action. When we come back, we got a lot more. Welcome back to the Ryco Performance Monday Night Top Split from Martinsville Speedway. Got the B open live. Less than 100 laps to go. Landon Williams still in the race to lead. Second place still just not able to get a good start, but Williams clear for second this time, but not in a 1-0, and they're wrecking further back once again, but the 25 saves it. Off the nose of Armstrong, the 25 went. Hollison got sideways, but he hangs on to it. What a slide through 1 and 2. It definitely seems like you would much rather be the guy that puts the nose where it shouldn't be than the guy that, you know, gets it rammed up their back end.
Yeah, that's how that typically goes, Austin.
I think it just happened again. I think somebody just got their back end rammed. Chris Vickery back here, down into turn 1. Man, and he drove it in deep too, and the 19 still rammed him in the back.
Yeah, Vickery sending it deep into turn 1 with the dickery. Sent that 3 car around. Come on, man. Just why are we dive bombing this deep, this late, this far back in the pack, with less than 100 laps to go?
Sorry, it's Melanson. Melanson behind, just. Oof.
Vickery caught the dickery. My bad.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
It's just so stupid.
What's it like going into turn 1 at Martinsville with no brakes? Seems fun. Seen a lot of guys try it out tonight.
I don't think it's no brakes. I think it's going into turn 1 with no talent.
There's definitely a lot of that on here. Yeah, you know, there are some weeks where we come on here and I'm like, man, I really think I'm going to race this week. This is not one of those weeks. I'm not going to think twice about iRacing this week.
Kind of makes me wish I could suspend my my subscription for a week. Take a little vacation.
You can't do that because you're calling races.
Yeah, I feel really sick right now. That's where we got NIS coming up. I'm kind of starting to feel.
No,
I think I got a cold.
I need you here.
I think it's gonna.
You here for NIS.
I think we'll get the flu Thursday night.
I don't know how I'm gonna survive Friday if you're not here.
I don't know how you're gonna survive it with me here, dude. We're gonna be full brain rot on caution 26 on lap 34.
Yeah, the nicknames will be flying. I mean, it won't even be. You won't even be able to understand what the hell we're talking about.
I pray that Tan Guy shows up.
Oh, dude, if Tan Guy is here, oof.
Tan Guy and Schmeats, man. I think our producer just had a stroke, guys. Bear with us. I don't know what he was trying to say there.
He's having a hard time. Forgive him.
Darby, you smelling toast? It did not sound like it. I don't like that. Nothing worse.
Want to go?
Nothing worse than Schmitty Schmeats.
Are we gonna stay green for a little while? The answer, probably not. But we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. Landon Williams up in the race lead. Hodgson is able to take second away from Smith there before that yellow flag. And the restart. Oh, Anaheim, we're wrecking. Justin Smith gets turned. Hodgson got a little bump from behind on the restart.
And they're still wrecking.
A little bit further back. Oh, Mogard and Hodgson still wrecking down into 1.
The caution was out 10 minutes ago, and we're still wrecking.
Right front damage for Smith. I don't think he got too much contact after the initial spin. There was a little bit, but it could have been worse. Holy cow, man.
Outside line, heavy wheel spin from the 12 machine. Well, he actually had help. Scott Lamp.
Yeah. So that's not
like
wheel
crazy.
spin. That's Lamp too close to him on the restart.
Unfortunately, Mogard just gets caught up in it.
been a great night so far.
I think the leader got the flag there.
This is Martinsville.
Like I was saying earlier, though, keep your eye on Scott Lamp. Here he is now, starting out. He's going to be starting the outside of the front row, up from 21st to 2nd.
He's used that chrome horn to come through, that's for sure. Landon Williams still up in the race lead. Scott Lamp will be restarting on his outside, working lap number 57 of 140.
I don't know, man. If I'm betting, I'm putting money down on Scott Lamp. That dude has been cooking through this field. Now he's back up here with your race leader for the first time all night with a shot at possibly getting this win. I'm
gotten up
Lamp
here.
right now.
He's gotten up here out of nowhere, really. I mean, Lamp has gotten up, like you said, from 21st to 2nd. But like I said, he's used the chrome horn to get there. He's definitely rubbed a couple people the wrong way, especially on that last restart. That was maybe a little too greedy, asking a little bit too much there, being all over the back bumper.
Lights out on your iRacing pace car right now as you work away here closer to lap 60. Another restart on deck. Mogart just got killed